Okay. All right. Good morning. It is Sunday for our Sunday sword. Lighting looks nice. Let's see. I see the mic moving, so I'll wait to move it up. They can hear. Good morning, loud and clear. Thank you, Nanette. Always appreciate it. Yeah. But people find us for a while. So I'm gonna talk about the sword just a little bit. And if you're new and you just found me, Sifu Kalani, and even if you was taking Tai Chi and you didn't get the chance to take the Tai Chi sword, you can just jump into it. Um, you're doing it for health and having fun, so it's not gonna be a bad thing. Okay? What I do find is the sword is a lot easier for some people to understand quicker, just because it helps with a focus point. So if I cut, I can see the blade, I can feel the blade, therefore I can focus clear. Understand to slice or cut, or chop, even a thrust. So it can be a lot. Uh, it's a tool that can help you move forward. So by using open hand, sometimes you might not come across that with gliding, but you're not sure, and this just gives you a focus point. So the sword is like a tool, an instrument for your mind. Okay? So that's why I call it like the the mindfulness or Zen for your mind to focus on. Okay? Okay. So even if you don't have a sword tool, you can use the hands. Okay. We call this the sword fingers. So you can use that as a focus point. So even if you do this, you still can do it. You can use your hand to chop this. So you still can practice with us, or say like you happen to go for a walk and you're at the park or somewhere that was open, or you couldn't take your sword with you and you practice in the room. You still can practice with the hands, okay, and the fingers to do everything. There's even there's some kung fu is just that's what it is, but there's no sword, but the hands is the sword. So to really like focus on that kind of movement, okay. And then as you'll notice, if I go like this, then you'll see the snake. The snake can turn and pivot a little bit more, but that's the that's still the technique of shooting forward. Yeah. Okay. So all that applies, even if we see this. You can see the technique start to shine through as we practice. So we're diving a lot into the techniques, okay? So it's okay if you're not still doing a form, you're still doing the technique. So once we do a form, it'll be a lot easier. And of course, of this space, I'll find the right form that we can practice in a smaller area too. Maybe more the drills. Uh, yeah, so some of the other forms are a lot bigger. Some can be smaller, but some can really open up wide because of the sword is about range. So it can really open up. So it's a lot easier to, when you practice at home, you practice your techniques. Okay? And then if you really get into your sword form, you practice with the hands, the fingers, or you find something small. So even if I use the saber, see the blade is a lot shorter. You can use a regular stick or short stick. The point is to have something there for you. Even if you had one of those swords that the telescopic sword that come out, and just keep the hilt. Since we're talking about the sword, let's get understanding of the name of it. So this, if I say hilt, this is a hilt, the handle, yeah. Okay. And let's go into the holding your sword first. So keep in mind, even though we're practicing, you should have the sword should be dull, but usually the sword would be sharp. Okay? So you would not normally just hold it right in here and cut yourself. Yeah. Usually you'll have the sheath. Okay. So your sheath is what's holding your sword. Okay. So that's what's doing this doing. Okay. So out of convenience and you start practicing, you're not gonna hold the sheath and then draw and do your technique. You're already just holding the sword. Okay. So we're just getting more awareness of this. So when we hold our sword in the other hand, our sword fingers, okay, see that? So when we're in the back, just holding it. You don't want to be like, like this or like that. You have to be aware of people around us, and that's not normally how you're gonna hold the sword. So that's the way you hold it in the back. Yeah. And if you hold it in the front, and with the sword fingers, so you just let it rest. Okay. So again, just keep in mind we're just using this to practice. So the sword is always close to you. Yeah? I guess you call this your sword etiquette. Yeah? So same thing if you start when we finally start to meet other people from other class or students, and then you don't want to be like, hey, nice sword, can I touch it? And start touching their blade, and some people don't want that too, right? Because depending what it's made of, the more you're touching it, the oil in the fingers can rust it up. So you want a nice, good sword. So if you buy one of those decoration swords that you see on the wall, if you go to Chinatown or something like that, you see those swords. That's probably not the best one to get. I wouldn't recommend those. It's gonna fall apart easier, and then it's gonna really rust a lot quicker. Yeah. So of course you can get stainless steel and other stuff. It's a lot better. Um, this sword here is stainless steel, but I had this since wow, sometime in the 90s. But look how long it lasts me. Yeah. So you can still find this type of sword, but probably not with the. You're not gonna find it with the jade, that's for sure. But I still see this. I see this on Amazon too. Yeah. And if it stays stainless steel, it's gonna stay on the blade. I don't know if you can see that. So this is actually really good. This one's actually made from Taiwan. Believe it or not, a lot of things was made in Taiwan, not just in China first. Yeah. So this one, stainless steel. I had this for a very, very long time since I was a young kid, so, and it lasts a long time. So this is a lot perfect for me because it's shorter too. Yeah. Okay. All right. So understanding the holding, the sword fingers in and out. Okay. Just relax it. Thank you. Yeah, this is Lynette says a beautiful sword. Yeah. Get close to look if you can see it. you can actually see the there. You can see the dragon on top. Yeah. Even the yin yang, the bakwa. So when you open it, you can see the yin yang inside. You still see the sword on top. So again, I did see this on Amazon. If you really wanted this one, but you're not gonna find the jade. And then I think it might run around 70, so that's a nice price. I might be wrong, but let's say when I found this, the guy wanted to sell it for me like $300-400. I was like, oh, okay. And then I found this one a lot cheaper, and it lasts me a lot longer than all my other swords. Okay, so coming back to our technique. Last week we focused on the let's see. Oh yeah, we did the thrust, right? We did the point. So we added together with the rolling the wrist, and then we point, and we did the right side and point. Okay. Today we'll focus on why the Tai Chi sword, or you might say the dragon sword, but has double edge. Okay, so that's why it makes it a lot longer to really master this sword itself, right? I've been doing it for a long time. I'm always still learning. Yeah. The reason for that is if you have a single blade, it's a lot easier to just understand to chop since it's one side. But now with the double side, it can come really soft. Okay? Because this cuts. So thinking of that, you have to be your mindset is going to be more relaxed too, or just soft, because you can just go like this, and then I don't know if you can see that, you just chew, chew. So if we're doing it for health and just flowing with the chi, you notice how soft we have to move because you're going both sides. So it comes a real nice moving meditation as we practice. Okay. So the first one, so like we're going down and up, down, just like painting the fence. Okay. So the net's on, then the sun, paint up and paint down. That's all you're doing. Okay. Now we're gonna keep in mind our bottom and then tension on top. So we just natural breathing, just go up and go down, up and down. Okay. You can hold two hands, or you can just go one hand and then you use the support up and then down, up and down. Okay, so that's our using the both sides. Okay, next one. Watch the blade. We're gonna use this for slicing. So when we think of slice, we're thinking of just going like that. So I'm gonna tilt the blade so it's a lot easier to see. But the intention is still there's still cut. So if you're just doing it we're just breathing, and we just feel the movement, we just go like that. Just be part of the wind. Okay. So I'm just gonna go like this first. Let's go high to low. So it's the same as this. Up, down. So from up, down towards my left side, the hip, and up. So down, up, down, and up. Okay. Notice my stance. So just inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So once we learn this, oh, it's going to be so much easier to learn any sets. You have lots of drills you can learn, and then you can learn the Tai Chi sword. We have a nice short set. And you can go on into learning the 7 stars, so we can pick and choose. And hopefully, I can bring in other masters, and they can share their sword style or forms that you can play with. But since you know the foundation of the basics, it's going to be a lot easier to learn. And before I forget, I found some old footage. I thought I lost it, so it's inside the hard drive and other laptop that broke down and stuff. So I'm gonna put those up here and there. So one should be up. I'll put it up this afternoon or in the evening, maybe around 5 Hawaii time. And then it's us. I'm doing a two-handed Tai Chi sword. So I'm gonna start uploading those different styles of swords, and you see us practicing, and it'd be nice. It's on some of them is on the beach, and I found another one that's like I'm covered with not it's flowers, but I'm surrounded. I'm on the whole ground is flowers, and you see flowers dropping down. So it's really nice. Okay, so coming back to the blade, right, and yeah. So now, since we're doing we did up, down, and then see that same. The other thing I want to mention is this. If I say flat, you're letting it flat. See, flat. Okay. So that's your vertical or like this, yeah. See? And then flat is like this. It's like the ground, yeah, horizontal. Okay. Now, let's focus on the slicing. But we're gonna watch the wrist turning. So I'm gonna cut, slice. I'm gonna turn the wrist and go towards my left, and then go towards my right. And then watch my stance. I'm gonna sway towards my right, and then go towards my left. To the right, and to the left. And we can just take our time. See that? So hopefully that's pretty clear. So your circle is in the wrist and the cut. Most of the if you're asking for the height, we'll keep the basically eating on the neck. So your neck level or the other person's neck level can adjust. And again, thanks for joining me on the Sunday. And if you find us later on during the day or in the future, you can always still ask questions down below in the comment section. And if you're still new to computers, okay, you might have this on full screen, so you have to make the screen a lot smaller if you're actually live with us, and you can see the chat. If you're on the phone, you can actually press the chat. There's a little box thing. You click on that, and the chat should come out. Maybe I'll do a demonstration there so you can actually see. So if you look, there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ah, shucks. Light on light doesn't work. Okay, you should see the thumbs up, thumbs down, then live chat. You just press that button, and then it should come up, and then you can tap in there too. Yeah. The nice thing too, if you go like that, you can actually see the chat. The nice thing too, if you go like that, you can actually see the chat. Okay, maybe not. Let's not have the double. All right. So welcome in. Just after inhale, relax and feel in the flow. Okay. So the slicing down, up, and the more you start getting comfortable, then you start to really feel. Yeah, you notice how even my stance go up and I go down. Yeah. So this how I go. Okay. And then from down and up. Okay. You can do it from left to right. Okay. Keeping the blade up. I mean, let me explain that one other thing. And then turning the wrist. Okay. One more thing. You would say earth and heaven. Okay. So when I say earth or heaven, it means earth, bottom, because it goes down. Heaven is the top. Okay. So what happens is I'm holding if you're right handed and you're holding sort of like this, right? Your right on the top is called heaven. So you have different names for that during the line of fever technique. So heaven touched the sky. So heaven touched the sky. Okay. Now if this is earth, earth touched the floor. Yeah, I'm just making the name so you understand. Earth touched the floor. Now earth reaches heaven. So how you think that would look like? You're not gonna do this because this is heaven. I need the earth to touch the heaven. So therefore, see how the wrist turns up? And therefore that's your earth touching heaven. Yeah. It's like so keep that in mind. So by now if I mention earth touch up, then it's the wrist needs to touch up. So it's the bottom of your sword going up. Okay. So this is how you can really comprehend when you turn up. You see this earth touch up heaven, yeah? Yeah. Then heaven to heaven. Okay. So slide to earth, slide to heaven. Okay. Makes sense? Then if I pull up, earth to heaven. Okay. So now when we cut right, that's heaven on right side. Okay. And then if I go like this, heaven, heaven on my right, heaven to my left. So that's what it means with the heaven blade and the earth blade. Now if I go heaven and earth, which is our next technique, is the sway. So we did a big cut, slice. We did a roll and slice. Okay. Now the sway, see that? So going back to this technique, it's like the sling. Oops. Don't get hypnotized. See that movement? Feel that, yeah? So you're just triangulating. Okay. Now with our slice, we're circling, like you're coming in, you block, and you slice. And then we can go all the way down. Okay. And then notice I'm not gonna keep it here. See that it turns? See that? Downward and downward and down. So I'm not gonna be like this and then I do this. Once it starts going down, I can bend and I bring the sword down. So guess where I'm pointing my sword? Earth. Okay. Heaven. Okay. You can use the word sky if you want to, if it's earth. sky, but that's where the blade names will come from. Yeah. So spiraling up to heaven, right? Heaven, reach down to the earth. So that's your core technique and name. Okay. I find out that since I've been learning for a long time and teaching a long time, some forms or styles have real long names. So if I keep basic technique of my angles, 1, 2, or the earth blade, you can learn a lot quicker. Well, not quicker, you just you understand faster. Okay. So somebody sees, I don't know, circling the pearl for the dragon to reach heaven that creeps under the cave and shoot out, right? Yeah. All these things can change, but if I understand cut, slice, roll the wrist, it's gonna be so much easier to pick up and learn. Okay? So if you're not here in Hawaii and coming to the class, then and you're going somewhere else, you can at least you have the foundation. Okay? So let me know if you actually getting value of these techniques. I know it's not as easy if I can see you, I can show you, or if you have a question and I can fine tune things. Okay, go trying to learn the form itself, and then you'll see me. I'll try to keep each even the string, the techniques on top of each episode, I should say. So I'll come back and try to clean everything up. So you can really go back into the library and see, focus on slicing. So this episode we're really focusing on the earth and heaven. I should have started that first. Reading the nice heaven and earth. But so we're cutting, slicing. So left side and right side. Okay. Left side and right side. Down and up. So we're using both sides. So I'll probably name this heaven and earth. Okay? Makes sense? So even if you turn heaven and earth. Okay? Heaven rolls over, right? That's the even. But we understanding the heaven going first and then onto the earth. Heaven rolls onto the earth. Okay? The earth pushes out. Okay? Make sense? Okay. So today we did the main thing, the heaven, earth, right? Heaven, earth, up, down, side, and then we use our stance. Same, just slicing, okay. Using the wrist to roll. So earth and heaven left. And then we did our both sides sway. And then we go down. So we're thinking of the circle, both sides. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay. Alrighty. I feel like we should finish right there. The perfect lesson for today. See, that's like our alarm dogs. Okay, so let's all bring it in. Heart. Okay. Notice it looks different because I'm putting a sword. I want the sword going over. Up. Center in. And just breathe and relax. And just remember, always just go slow. You don't have to go fast. And never go fast on purpose to look quicker. That's how you can get hurt. So just take your time. Um, I'll see if I can find those links if anybody was interested in these type of swords. So at least you can find the right person to go to. Yeah. I've been using like Kung Fu martial arts supply, or I'll relook that up and I'll try to put that down. Okay. Um, thank you so much. And appreciate everything. Joining me. Practice what you can. You can always go back and look at each one. Okay. Just take care. Take your time, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Just practice, practice, practice. The feeling, the flow. And the last thing we did was just swing. Okay, till next time. Today was heaven and earth. So for me, thank you. Thanks, Lynette.